That out. We've discussed before. Sometimes guys stay in the amateurs too long. Doesn't appear to be that way with McJoe Arroyo. Explain what you mean about that.
Well, they end up getting with that square shoulder. You get that pitter-patter computer scoring where it's almost like you got a Wii board right there and all you got to do is make contact. Well, this is the hurt business in the pros.
When do you think the Olympics will actually be able to find some judges that won't cheat and put men scoring instead of a bunch of kids operating Nintendo games that can score? We can't find a few judges around the world that could be honest in amateur boxing?
Well, not only that, but apply the pro rules to it so that a body shot counts just as heavy as a shot that pitter-patter to the face.
I've had the pleasure of calling 4 Olympiads for the Canadian Broadcasting System, and I got so disgusted in Seoul when Roy Jones Jr. got robbed that I said, that's it, I'm not doing this sport anymore.
What about Evander Holyfield?
Well, same with Evander. That was Kevin Barry that hit him, and Kevin was actually carried out. That was Kevin Barry's a good friend of mine, so I don't mind that.
So you are partial.
I'm very partial. I love Kevin. Besides that, Kevin Barry is the name of a great Irish patriot. And at the '84 Olympics, that's how I met Kevin Barry. And later, of course, David Tour. And then ended up with a cattle ranch in Christchurch, New Zealand with my buddy Georgie Calvert, Ivan and the boys down there.
Okay, why don't you send a greeting to Mrs. Kelly now, too, since you're attached to that Ireland bit.
I'll see Mrs. Kelly on Tuesday morning.
That's the Colonel's mother-in-law.
Oh, look at that
left hand.
Pop right down the middle, right on top of it again. How about this? McJoe Arroyo turning it up. Look at that right eye of Medina, Benny.
Yeah, but look how quickly when McJoe Arroyo connects, he brings that hand right back. Cocks it again, is ready to go ahead and throw it again. Beautiful boxing ability being shown by McJoe Arroyo.
How do you say that? Arroyo? Say it again.
Arroyo.
Arroyo.
Sí.
Okay, I like that.
Not Arroyo.
No.
Arroyo.
Our producer just came in on my headset and said, that's Rick Sierra. He says, Benny's like your personal burlesque class, Colonel. Yes, he is. To all you listening, we enjoy what we do. Benny and I love this sport.
And look at the condition of both of these guys. Great physical condition, young guys. McJoe Arroyo, 24 years of age. Again, a bronze medalist in the World Amateur Games, also Central American and Caribbean Games.
You know, you talk about this 118-pound division, which McJoe Arroyo is going to have to navigate his way through. Just so you folks know, because with all the titles, it's hard to follow them. The guys in the bantamweight division are actually Fernando Montiel, who has 42 wins, Anselmo Moreno from Panama, who's 29-1. You got Hozumi Hagazawa, the kid from Japan, who's got 28 victories. Gianni Perez, who's undefeated, he's 20-0. And then you guys like Abner Morris from Mexico, he's also undefeated at 20-0. And then a guy who was world champ from Ghana, Joseph Agbeko, did his fight with Mike Tyson doing color with me on Halloween. All right, the bell goes by the boards. Another terrific round for McJoe Arroyo.
And look at some of these actions. Beautiful shot by Arroyo. Again, that left hand, so precise. He works everything behind the jab, starts out with that jab on the right and then that left hand.
Doug Jacobs, powerful in integrated sports, is really making a scene in boxing, working with the Rivera brothers down here. But Tudo Zavala Jr. is down here to meet with Paco Valcarcel and Luis Perez, and they've approved a Wilfredo Vasquez fight against Ivan Hernandez, world title fight. And that fight is going to be seen right here on Integrated Sports. We'll have all the dates for you. That actual fight will be October 11th. Integrated Sports' next show will be September 11th from the Plaza de Toros in Mexico City. And that features Eric Morales against Willie Lyman. We'll be doing that one, Benny.
Now watch this. What's the right foot again? See if we can get some great shots again. Because again, this is now into the 4th round. And you can see the physical condition. Because even though it is the 4th round, you're not seeing these guys sacrifice anything in terms of their physical condition. They're still fighting a textbook-like fight. And fundamentally, they do things so very well.
This is a world telecast. We're going to Mongolia, we're going to China, we're going to Russia, and we're also going to all over Latin America. Rafael Bracero and Alude Rosario, our Spanish commentators, they're handling it for all of Latin America. Although Benny speaks Spanish fluently, but he's my guy. We're not letting you slip over to the Spanish side. So we congratulate our Latin-speaking and Spanish-speaking people watching in Spain, Costa Rica, all over Colombia, in your home country of Paraguay. Even though I accuse you of being a Mexican.
Yes, same thing.
Yes. What that football player call you one time?
That was Charlie Weaver. He said to me, Paraguay. He says, that's just a fancy name for a Mexican.
Benny, you know, was an all-pro place kicker for the Detroit Lions, the Minnesota Vikings, and the San Diego Chargers, plus being a stand-up comedian. So if he gets too lighthearted here tonight, I'll jump on him.
There you go. Although I turned journalist for a little bit today.
Yes, you did, and you did a great job. We straightened out that situation.
Ooh, just missing right there. Medina really wants to load up on the punches. So like his corner told him, you gotta let go, son. You gotta let it go. Otherwise, you're gonna keep getting hit. And McJoe Arroyo has no intention of not throwing any more punches.
This is settling into a nice fight with 44 seconds to go. While we have the time, Benny, you know, I'm in constant touch with our old cohort, Nick Charles, who's recovering from cancer, and my own brother has multiple myeloma, Jim Sheridan. He's a colonel, as I am, and we certainly wish Jim and Nick the best of everything. And boys, you believe in St. Michael the Archangel, let me tell you, he will not let you down. I guarantee you, you both will be healed and be recovered. Nick Charles, you're the best. Jim, you know I love you, kid. All right, so that's that taken care of. We're in the closing 14, 13, 12 seconds now of Sergio Medina and McJoe Arroyo in the 4th round. This is scheduled for 6 rounds, and that's going to be a strange territory for McJoe. Although he was able to stop Jason Riore, I should say, in the 6th round last time out. Very well. These are two of the nicest kids in boxing, and both of them being compared to the late Salvador Sanchez and the great retired Hall of Famer in Ricardo Lopez.
And Finito Lopez, and those are his idols, not bad idols.
Those are great idols for both of these guys. But right now, we're in round number 5, and we've got Sigfredo Medina. Medina decked out in the black and white. It's actually black and silver, but it looks black and white on your screen with the black and white shoes. And in the red, McJoe Arroyo, the 4-0 Olympian, 08 Olympian.
And I've got Arroyo pitching a shutout right now. I've given him all 4 rounds. I think he's just much busier on the part of Segura. Here's the kind of guy, the best laid plans are put aside when you're not going to let go of those shots. You got to let go of your hands.
You know, I get accused from time to time for blowing a little smoke towards the way of the promoters, but Benny, I got to say it again. Ivan and Peter Rivera and Doug Jacobs of Integrated Sports, we've been down here, what, about 6 times this year doing fights, and everyone gets better and better. The promotion gets bigger and bigger. We're so fortunate because, you know, we've got a location manager, Olga Duarte, and Jeanette Santana, and the whole staff under Ricky Newman at the Verdanza Hotel in Isla Verde that takes such great care of us. Everybody in that staff is wonderful. And then we got a special waitress, Poe, that's with us all the time, and we love eating down here, don't we?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, I got to watch it. I only got to make sure I eat like 3 times a day instead of like once.
I had to stop yesterday. I went to bed at 8 o'clock at night, so I'd have something left for the night.
And now all of a sudden, look at that. Medina now picking it up. I think he's finally decided, you know what, I got to let it go. I'm going to lose this fight.
Yeah, he should just put his ears back and let go, but instead, it's McJoe Arroyo taking the steam out. This guy needs to come with uppercuts. He needs to rough this guy up, maybe push him into the ropes. He's got to fight tough. McJoe is very, very slick. He gets his angles. He works off the jab. He throws when he comes in. You see how slick, Benny, when they closes the gap, when Medina closes the gap, McJoe just sneaks back. He pulls out to the side. He's very, very sneaky and very, very good.
Yeah, and I love the way he dips, too. He dips and he slides. Those are absolutely beautiful. And that's not the kind of stuff that a kid who's had 4 professional fights should know. So you can see this guy's very well trained.
Now, I like to tell our audience this. If Benny and I appear to many people that are used to watching HBO and Showtime fights and ESPN, if we sound like we're talking a little bit too much, we have to, because in a lot of foreign countries that a feed like this, they're taking our track, in other words, our sound, and transposing it into Russian, several Russian languages across China, in several other countries, in France and Italy, where they take what we say word for word. So we have to be a little bit more, I guess we have to explain a little bit more. So we ask our audience around the world that's taking in English to understand we're not HBO, we're not Showtime, we're Integrated Sports, and we have a different job to do than what they have. So bear with us and stop criticizing us on the internet. I'm tired of the one guy in the 10 million we go to criticize me.
That's it. Both sides now of Medina.
All right, here we go. This is round number 6. This is scheduled for 6. I've got, as Benny has, a shutout right here with Arroyo winning every single round, 50-45. The judges, Elliot Rosa, Luis Gonzalez, and Hernando Steidel. They're the official judges. By the way, Roberto Ramirez Jr., actually, he's doing a wonderful job working in there. His dad, Roberto Ramirez Sr., longtime Hall of Fame referee, and Roberto is chop off the old block, a terrific referee. 2 good referees from here in Puerto Rico. Look at the eyes, Benny. This guy's
no, on both sides, Colonel. Just, I mean, McJoe Arroyo just has done a beautiful job. It's almost like target practice, trying to find that eye. He's going to have to spend a little time with the eye doctor after this on both eyes with the swelling. I remember dating an eye doctor. All she ever said to me, better now or now? Now or now? And now you see it. Arroyo now just not taken back. On the part of Medina, they told him, you got to throw, son. You got to let go of your hands. And every time you hit Arroyo, it's stopping him. But now he's trying again, but there's nothing there. Arroyo's so fundamentally sound in the way he slips the punches, and he gets in the kill zone, and that's when he really starts throwing shots.
I really like this Arroyo, Benny. He's a terrific fighter. Mickey Gonzalez absent tonight. One of our top guys from down here in Puerto Rico. My wife cut his hair today in Las Vegas.
All right.
Mickey, big horseman here.
Look at Arroyo, though. Look again, working behind that jab. Fundamentally, textbook perfect. The way he works behind that jab and then moves in from side to side. Love the way he throws those shots in the kill zone.
Minute and 6 seconds to go. Tonight's transmission is being provided by our good friend Matt Bridges at Strategic Television and all the boys at Island Uplink. And we thank you for your fine work. Boy, he answered with a pretty good right hand that time, did Medina. But McJoe has got this one in the bag, I think. I'm going to have him pitch in a shutout when this is all over. So, yeah, answer the question, can McJoe go 6? He did last time, and it looks like he can this time. Remember, Medina stopped a year ago Moises Cedeno. So this guy can be dangerous to the end. There's only 29, 28, 27 seconds to go in this fight. Coming up after this, we got Hector Morongo against Jose Gonzalez. Another big puncher in Gonzalez. That's a 6-round lightweight fight. Then Juvan Fuentes against McWilliams Arroyo, McJoe's brother, and a 6-round flyweight. Then, of course, the World Championship, our main event of the evening, the WBO and WBA Junior Flyweight Championship of the World at 108 pounds. The WBA champ Giovanni Segura against WBO champ Ivan Calderon. This one's in the books. I've got it Arroyo 60 and Medina 54. We'll wait to see how Elliot Rosa, Luis Gonzalez, and Hernando Steidel have it. Well, it was an interesting fight. By the way, it just dawned on me, I never gave you the rules. It says they always are. It's the 10-point must scoring system. No standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. The fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round, and only the referee can stop the fight. And in the case of any accidental headbutts or anything, and we hope we don't have that in the main event, because of course, as you well know, that the last few fights of Calderon, there have been serious cuts involved. We hope we don't see that tonight, and there could be, because you get the righty against the southpaw, but a unique righty in that Giovanni actually has the ability and trains to switch around. We'll talk more about that. So this was good for this guy, McJoe Arroyo. Arturo Otero, Guillermo Campos. And this kid put up a good battle too, the kid from Aguadilla. Orlando Gonzalez, Ramon Rios, Yoel Lopez, and Jose de Jesus all working with him. Nice job, Sigfredo. I don't think you got it tonight, but we're going to see more of you because you're a good fighter. All right, our ring announcer is standing by, so without further ado, let's go to the classy Enrique Leboy. Enrique.
Atención, damas y caballeros, aquí el resultado de los jueces. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the judges' decision. Los 3 jueces la vieron 60-54. All 3 judges scores it 60-54. Para el ganador por decisión unánime, for the winner by unanimous decision, de Fajardo, Puerto Rico, McJoe Arroyo.